I particularly have a pretty strong memory of my grandpa dying the day after Christmas, because about a year before that, grandfather had a favorite rocking chair in his house, and it broke. It was an overstuffed, what they call a platform rocker, and it was one of those real puffy arms on it, but it had like hand carved wood, and it had big sides on it, and that was his favorite chair. He sat in that chair for years. So about a year previous, I had hired one of my best antique guys to reupholster it and restore it. And he said, yeah, it shouldn't take more than a couple months. And I wanted it back for his birthday, which was August 25th. As it turned out, the chair, it was worse than anybody had thought. And the guy brought it back in a box. Brought it back in a box of parts and said it couldn't be fixed. And gave it back to, I showed it to Grandpa, and he was like just sick about it. But oh well. So I thought, well, I got one more friend. I'll take it to and see what they can do. And it was just a box of parts, and I took it to that guy. And we picked out some new fabric for it. And there again, he was going to have it done. I might have my dates screwed up here, but it was supposed to be for Christmas, for sure. And it started getting closer to Christmas and closer to Christmas, like just a few days left before Christmas, and the guy wasn't done yet. Still wasn't done yet. So finally I called him. It must have been one day before Christmas. I said, you got to get that thing done. Well, it's just, the glue is just drying now. So I drove over there. It was about 30 miles away or so. Drove over there, looked at it. The thing was beautiful. And I even sat in it, and it seemed to be fine, you know. I'm taking the thing home no matter what. Took it home and put it under the Christmas tree. And it was, of course, we couldn't wrap it. You know, it was just too big to wrap it. So we threw like a blanket over the top of it and put a big ribbon on top of the blanket. And then this was at Dad's house, which is only 100 feet away from his house. So they came over about noon or so, and everybody opened their packages, and Grandpa was looking around like that and then wondering what that thing was there, and I think everybody was done, and I said, oh, by the way, Grandpa, there's your present there under the tree. And he looked at that thing, and then I said, just go over and pull the thing off of it. And he pulled the blanket off, and he looked at that thing, and that's my chair. That's my chair. How'd you do that? And he turned around. He didn't really talk anymore about it, but we pulled it out a little bit, and he sat in that chair like for the rest of the day over by our house. Just sat in that chair, just smiling. And then we took it over to his house that night, and he just was just thrilled with it. And he put it right in the back in the same spot where he used to have it, right in front of his TV, you know. And he just sat in that thing. And actually, that made losing him a lot easier to me. Not that can be easy to do, but just knowing that you made him happy, you know, for that last Christmas, you know, because he died the next day. And how bad I would have felt if that chair never came back, if I hadn't gone over and got it, you know.